Equitable distribution is kind of what it says, equal, but not just always equal, but always equitable. So imagine you take all of your assets and all of your liabilities in a divorce and you throw them into a pot. Once they get in that pot, the pluses and minuses go out and you come out with a number of what the marital estate is. And then the marital estate gets divided equally between the two parties. There are some grounds for an unequal distribution. Majority of the time, your premarital and your non-marital property is not part of equitable distribution. The only assets and liabilities that go into an equitable distribution scheme are those which were acquired during the marriage. And those assets and liabilities get split usually equally between the parties. Now, not all assets are created equal. A retirement account has certain tax consequences if the funds are removed from it. So there are certain ways that funds come out of a retirement account via qualified domestic relations order so that the tax consequences can be avoided. IRAs can be transferred one IRA to the other. So if you're equitably distributing an IRA, you just take the 50% and it gets transferred to the other party. The equity in a marital home is basically considered cash, so there is no real consequence to it. But when you're evaluating assets and liabilities in a divorce, it's important that the tax consequences be considered and any penalties be considered when you talk about how those assets and liabilities are going to be distributed to each party ultimately.